welcome back to my channel. My name is Judy and you are watching Running So. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know I've been a little bit vague lately. Sadly, I've got yet another chest infection and I'm going to sit here and start by saying a big shout out to the NHS in the UK. I have what's called an asthma plan and I have to follow it to the letter when I get a cold. And I did. And I rang up and said, it's not good. I need to see the doctor because the asthma plan says that if I make these particular points, I need to see the doctor. And literally the doctor rang me back 5 minutes later and said, when you're ready, you come down here and I'll see you as soon as I'm free. And I'll make that happen as soon as you get here. And believe me, it did. And I was in and out of her office in, I think, 2 minutes. But this is the doctor that does the injections in the hands. I saw the same lady and she's so super fast. She doesn't miss a thing. She's brilliant. So I'm very, very lucky. I am on day 3 of steroids. It's starting to kick in. I'm still ridiculously breathless when I talk. The other thing I want to say is thank you to every one of you that has watched one of my videos over the past few days since I last uploaded. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to comment. And thank you if you are a new subscriber. It's lovely to have you here and I really appreciate you joining me on my vlogging journey. And if this is the first time you've seen me, I do hope you enjoy what you see and you consider subscribing now. I do this every time. One side there is a button. If you just click that, that will subscribe you to my vlogs. And then there's a little bell and if you click the bell, you'll get notified when I put them out. So I've got some tea here to keep the voice lubricated. I'll try and keep this short because I don't think there's going to be much energy. Now, those of you that have watched me for a while will know if I'm wearing something like this, it means that I've got to be cozy. Last Saturday morning, I went and had breakfast with 2/3 of the Northern Soul Sisters. And it was really sad because Tamlin, she too has been very, very poorly. So I met Rachel and Ruan, which was adorable. I've never really had the chance to sit and chat with Ruan before, so that was really special. It was just so lovely to catch up with Rachel as well, and they're both looking super well and super excited with all their lovely plans for the Northern Soul Sisters, so we'll sit back and look forward to what's coming next. So I've just put a little picture in there. This is the only picture, and we just thought, oh, we haven't taken a picture, so we quickly snapped that one little picture that you might have seen because I did pop it up on Instagram. So after seeing the Northern Soul Sisters, I then came back and I started to finish off a couple of garments that I'd made. Now, I very foolishly made some leggings using a 2-way stretch because I thought, I'm going to risk it. I don't know where the fabric came from. And I looked at it and I was going, yeah, but it's definitely got stretch that way, definitely. But it's got some stretch that way too. But for some reason, it doesn't have as much as I'd like. If you look at the horizontal here, it's not got as much horizontal stretch. Now I thought, I'm going to risk it. And this is why when they say on a pattern that you need to have X%. So I thought I'll give it a go. Now, I'm going to show you, and oh, look at that, it's beautifully flat locked as well. But look, it's got holes in it. Can you see the holes? That's because it doesn't have enough horizontal stretch. But let's take one great big positive out of these leggings. 1, they still fit me. 2, they worked with the flat locking. And 3, when I did wear them, they were beautifully comfortable. But sadly, they are going to have to go on the floor, on the dog bed, and they will play with them. Lesson learnt, Judy. And in your sewing journey, folks, you never stop learning. You're always learning something. I made a huge mistake there, and I'm not ashamed to say that I made one heck of a mistake. I didn't check the stretch. So now I'm trying to find some more jersey to make more leggings, and I love the Oola leggings pattern. I'm going to apologise for any pauses in the cutting for the editing of this, and it's going to be because I'm coughing. The Oola leggings are by Paper Cut, and I will put the link in the description box to where you can find them. I think they are available as an online pattern now, and you can get them at the fold line, but I bought these. I've had this pattern ages And this is it. Have a look, isn't that gorgeous? I think this is the old style paper cut. So I've now got them in this, but look at this. Is that not just so adorably cute? These are the instructions. You had to fold them up. And yeah, there's the line drawings, can you see? They're looking down like that so I can see it. There's the line drawings. Absolutely adorable, adorable pattern. But she says, they say you can make them out of a high stretch lycra for yoga and running, or make them out of merino wool and keep yourself warm during the winter. I'd love to find some. If you know where I can get some merino wool jersey, give me a shout. Just put it in the give me an answer. But this is, and the reason I like this particular pattern, can you see the shaping down the front here? And the shaping at the yoke? If you're looking for leggings to wear for work, I would just get them. I was wanting to make the full length ones, and I do have some new fabric, which I'll show you in just a second. I used just a simple 4-way stretch jersey to make those in cropped for the summer for work. Because I work with children and I'm outside and I'm continually getting wet or lying on the floor being counted with Lego bricks. So hence the reason I need to dress practically. So if you need a legging pattern, they don't make it anymore, but you can get it as a PDF from the fold lines. So the leggings I'm trying to recreate I got from Sainsbury's, and they're in like a corduroy jersey. So we went to Stitch Make Create, which I'll talk about in a minute, but after that Melanie and I went to Fabworks and I picked up this gorgeous, it's like a ribbing, but it's got a massive horizontal stretch and it's got a massive vertical stretch. What I'm going to do this time before I start is I'm going to do my tester, and I'm going to pull it apart and yank it and do lots of testing to make certain that the tension is right. I've got definitely got the right needle on it, because I know I've got ballpoint needles on my overlocker at the moment, so I've definitely got the right needle on so that the whole thing works together. On Monday I made this lovely Brigitte top. Now I've not tried it on yet, and I was going to wear it to Stitch Make Create, but in the end I decided to wear my sagebrush top because my temperature's been all over the place, and I thought I can't wear a jersey top because I'm just going to roast. It was in my plans for my last Friday sews to make up, and I did get this one done as well, but I've got my side stripes, look at those, really quite pleased with that. And I did have this fabric in coral, which I got from First for Fabrics, but then I saw this in boys, and that's where that one came from. So I'm really sorry, I'm not up for trying on clothes at the moment. It's just not on my radar. So on Wednesday, Melanie and I went over to see the lovely Sam, who is Frugalisama, at her new business venture, which is called Stitch Make Create. All the links will be in the description box below. She is Frugalisama on Instagram, but she's also Stitch Make Create on Instagram as well. Now, Sam has got a lovely new studio just outside Wakefield, and she is running sewing classes, and she's also running some sewing socials with Alison, who was on the Sewing Bee in, I think it was 2020, don't quote me if I'm wrong, and she is Thimbers on Instagram, and again it'll be in the description box. So it was absolutely wonderful. And so here we have a little bit of footage from Stitch Make Create. You can see here that Melanie is having a little bit of a chat with Ali over the sewing machine. Ali's giving her a quick tip on how to do something, and then I scanned around the room, and I think these are the only photos that we've got of the day, because there were only 5 of us in the room, but no, there were 6 of us in the room, and it was chatter, heads down, all trying to work away. And then I picked up a lovely tip here from Ali, and she says to get the buttons lined up on the front of a shirt, because Claudia, who was making the shirt, was doing the Frida blouse by Atelier Jupe, and that is to put the buttons down the front and then to stick them down in place with sellotape. And that's actually quite an ingenious way of doing it. It was a really, really clever idea. So I think a lovely smile from Ali at the end, because she knew what I was doing. So from Stitch Make Create, Claudia did confirm, as did Ali and Sam, that Fabworks was closer than I thought. So for the very first time I took Melanie to a fabric store, apart from bugweeds. Oh my gosh, I think she was just blown away. So we had the obligatory picture taken by the big Fabworks board. And some of you will have seen it on Instagram because it is such a lovely photograph of the two of us. And we had a ball, and I was naughty, so I bought the jersey that I've shown you already. And then, as you go into Fabworks, they've got beautiful fabrics absolutely everywhere. But this is just a beautiful, soft, 100% pure cotton. Blues are in my palette, and it's got lots and lots of lovely drape. Can you see the design on it? Is that not just, it's so oh, it's picked it up beautifully. Look at how lovely and geometric that is. It was just something about it, and I just thought, I like it. So I've got 2 meters, and whether 2 meters is enough to make the fringe dress, I'm not quite certain. I might pay Pattern Tetris and have a go before I can say I can't do it. This is gorgeous. Now, some of you will remember that I made a Charlie sweater by Atelier Jupe last year in a very similar fabric to this that I bought from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door. Now, these sort of muted neutral tones are great because most people can wear them. And if you have a jumper in these muted tones, they're so easy to wear. And I've got a few trips coming up over the next few weeks just to go and see friends. And then obviously when I go to L'Oréal in the summer, and I thought, do you know, I'm going to see if I can whip up another Charlie sweater. It's from, I can't even say, it's from County Wicklow in Ireland. Now, how gorgeous is this fabric? I absolutely love it. This was, I hold my hands up, an impulse purchase, and especially at £3.50 a metre. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Opposite the cutting tables. I don't need it, but I went and had a look at it and came back. I went and had a look at it and came back. And I really, in the end, decided I'm going to have to get it. Here we go. What is it about green this year? Green is everywhere. I love green. Apparently green's a calming colour. It's like purple. So I've got some ideas of what I'd like to make. The Camelia jacket by Maison Fauve. I have made this one already. I think it says Chanel style jacket. Now, I'm not going to get involved in any discussions on Coco Chanel, so it could make that. But then I have also been in my pattern stash and I found I've got this one, which is a bit of a jacket, a bit of a different style jacket. The Blouson Sunset, that would work. Or this is or I've got the Lourdes jacket by Named. Look at these. You buy these patterns and you don't use them. I've had that years, but this is the one I'm thinking might work. And it is the Ninot jacket by Pauline Alice Patterns. And I think the shorter one, a sort of a length between the two. It says here that I need a medium to heavyweight woven fabric such as woolens, felt, boiled wool, tweed or gabardine, interfacing, lining, buttons, bias, if I'm doing view B. And I do have enough fabric. It says that I would need, it says I need 1m50. Now I was a bit uncertain, no, 1m85. I was a bit uncertain how much I would need, so I got 2 meters. I just think it would be a gorgeous, simple jacket to wear for the summer and spring and the autumn. Now, obviously, I don't know when I'm going to get it made. I'd like to think I can get it done sooner rather than later because it is on my sewing table and talking to me. But I'm not quite certain when I'm going to get it made. Obviously, my sewing has taken a tiny bit of a dive over these past few days. But that's life. These things happen, and they happen when you least expect them. And you know, I had a lovely week planned. I was going to get loads of sewing done, and I am actually mid pattern test for Izzy. and I'm going to get that finished. When I feel like sewing, that will be the first thing that I do, but I decided to prioritise videoing for you lovely people. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you again for all your lovely messages. Thank you again for watching. I do have a Ko-fi account. If you feel you would like to support my channel, that would be fantastic. I am looking at making a patchwork jacket, and I have started to cut out the shapes using the lovely AccuQuilt that I was gifted by L'Oreal last year. And there's some beautiful dies, and I'm going to hopefully come to those in the next couple of weeks. I have the fabrics. I'm using some of the lovely Tilda fabrics that I bought using the Ko-fi donations. So I'll either be doing the parchment jacket or the tamarack jacket as a quilted jacket, and I really want a lovely involved project that I can get my teeth into. But alongside that, I've got our palette cleansers. I love that term in sewing, palette cleansers. I love that, because you do need that, and you can't beat your overlockers and your jersey projects to do that, because they whiz up so nice and quickly, so you feel as if you've got something nice and new. But again, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all your lovely support and all your lovely comments. They mean the world to me. So for now, I'm going to finish my cup of tea, and we're going to go away and edit. I'm going to upload this vlog. See you all very soon, and hopefully I'll have more voice next week.